Hello, hello, it's Koshade, and we are doing a game from the 2023 Mage Wars League. It's been about 3 years since we've done a league match, and this was going to be between Pjotri and Farkas. Go ahead and just speed this up so they get set up here. Looks like in the bottom right here, we're going to have Pjotri, and in the top left, we're going to have Farkas playing the Adramelech Warlock. Bottom left, Pjotri is going to be playing the Straywood Beastmaster. And looks like we're going right into the game here. It looks like Pjotri going to start out with initiative, casting Philella. Very interesting play. Philella, of course, meaning that you're probably wanting to cast enchantments probably every turn or two. And really committed playstyle there, but I do like it. It also notes Pjotri doesn't have enough mana for a layer now. Kind of interesting here. Farkas. Looks like Farkas is going to start out with the Pentagram, turn one. Pentagram being, of course, quite a bit useful now. Used to just kind of get killed by like 5 mana spells, for 14. But nowadays it can actually survive stuff. And it can actually have some decent value. And I'm guessing Farkas is going to do a Harmonize on this just so he can get that 2 mana around and not worry about the attacking nonsense with Pentagram. Pjotri is going to be casting the Battleforge. A little bit aggressive, placing it in the center, far or near, I guess, for the Beastmaster here. Means we're going to see a sort of aggressive Beastmaster, and that there's a Harmonize getting revealed for Farkas. So let's just talk about this really quick. Both players seem to be going. Well, okay, I'm sorry, that's totally wrong. What I was about to say. It looks like Farkas is going to be going with some sort of creature play. Usually, when you see spawn points like this, you're going to see probably level 2, level 1 creatures. We might see some bigger ones somewhere there if it saves up for a little while. But typically that's what you see out of these guys. You might see like a Mageddon or something, I guess. And it looks like when it comes to Pjotri, he's probably setting up to do some sort of, I would say mage timing, with some sort of like bear strength, melee attack buffs. Maybe get an armor and some gauntlets to help support either attack spells. Most likely just a melee +1 gauntlets, something like that out of the Battleforge. And of course, just to note, Pjotri does have the quick summoning from his Beastmaster. That's of course really useful because you can just pet a falcon, pet a bear cub like people used to. You don't really see that much anymore, but it is actually super good. And that's probably what we're gonna see. Somewhere in that pet. Go ahead and just skip forward really quick. Oh yeah, I'm just going to show the Adramelech in case you don't know what he does. She does. And fire weaving, of course, really good. And I'm guessing we're going to see fire-based creatures. The reason why you'd go that with the Adramelech specifically is because you do things like Mark for Death. You give it flame +1, and then it gets another attack die because of Mark for Death. And if they're, a flame type damage, like, what is it, the Firebrand Imp. Flame Strike is obvious with, Afflicted Demons, things like that. You can do all sorts of, like, fun, funky stuff with the Adramelech Warlock. Flame Strike, notably, if they have no weaks, is going to do, 7 dice? Just with a Afflicted Demon, Smoldering Curses, Marked for Death, Basic Strike, and with a chance to burn and double burn. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and skip a little bit. And yeah, here we go. So Farkas is going to play the Firebrand Imp. Of course, note that it is the fire-based thing. I'm sure there are curses coming. That just breathes curses all over the place. 6 life, a little low for Firebrand Imp, but it's only 5 mana, so it's usually acceptable when you just kind of lose them in the mass. The big thing with Firebrand Imp is that 8-up burn. It's so good. And it looks like Farkas is going to hardcast Mageddon. Okay. Wants to get those seal tokens done. Probably wanted to make it a little bit farther back just because he doesn't want it to get sniped. And then he had 2 mana left over for the leather gloves. Solid move from Farkas here. He only had 1 mana left. Going up 1 armor is just kind of a standard you kind of do. You either go Aegis or 1 armor just because, well, Thorn's Cheese, stuff like that is what every tournament player probably wants to take advantage of. And it looks like over on the right side of the arena, Pjotri is going to be moving up 1, petting and casting a Thunderwrath Falcon. The Battleforge casted a Ring of Beasts here. So we get that mana discount for the Falcon, paying just 7 mana. Pretty nice. And Philella's just going to enchant that Falcon with something. Probably a Lion Savagery, is my guess. Usually that's what you see on petted Falcons. As an alternative, Joint Strength is usually very strong. I do want to point out that Adramelech Warlocks are just good at killing pets. Pet Falcons in particular. Because just kind of like, I don't know, it just feels like fireballs or mark for death anything. Just kind of wrecks it, you know? That being said, if Farkas doesn't have the lash, it does become harder. You know, because you use mark for death, and you have to use flame blast and stuff, and it gets a little expensive. But if you have the lash, you just kind of like whip up there and deal an extra 2 damage. Maybe heal 1, you know, if you have the piercing 1 mass to get rid of that armor. It should be an interesting thing to see how Farkas wants to deal with it, basically. And I do want to look at the strange economy for Pjotri. Very typical from Farkas, having harmonized on Pentagram. Just a +2, getting this. Whereas Pjotri he's committed to an equipment around. Or, I mean, I guess it does accumulate, so it's not that big of a deal. But my guess is we're going to see more leather in this. Or we're just going to see it not cast for a while and make big plays. This kind of style, I'm guessing... Oh, it's not attaching. Okay. This kind of style with you know, a non-layer Beastmaster is usually we're going to see like some sort of melee gauntlets with some armor, and then just constantly getting a pet after they die. And you're kind of supporting the pet while also dealing damage, maximizing that that pet melee 1 and then Beastmaster in the zone melee 1 bonus. And I'm curious if Pjotri's going to use this ring every round. Like maybe he won't pet other things. Like he'll just cast some cubs or cobras or something like that. Dark Fiend Asp, of course, being notably good when you have you know, these sort of bigger creatures in the play. And yeah, it looks like it's not working. So Shark is, as of this recording, just bringing in a whole new version of Octagon that runs smoother. And we've been actually waiting to release a video of being like, hey, come play Octagon. But we're waiting to get, like, sort of iron out all these bugs before we do that. So if you're a new player, you don't have to experience any of these bugs that we're going through. Looks like they're both going to be moving on. Yeah, so basically, right, to finish that train of thought, Philella casting the enchantments, that's commitment, right? And you're usually going to cast 1 every 2 rounds because you kind of don't want them to go above 2. At the same time, it's not necessarily that big of a deal, but you know, it's sort of like the economy isn't made for attack spells. It's not made for, you know, aggressive Beastmaster curses, things like that. And again, off the Battleforge here, we see another economy play here, Enchanter's Ring. So this just speaks it's going to be super enchantment heavy. You know, probably Philella casting it for that enchantment's basically 1 mana to the mage. Enchanter's Ring, reducing the reveal cost by 1. I hope Farkas brought the Dispels, because he's probably going to need it. Of course, dispelling the creature by destruction is acceptable as well. Looks like Philella's going to be enchanting this Thunderwrath Falcon again with something. No deployment out of Farkas here. This is a creature just kind of, it's kind of like this picture. It's like, I'm going to appear. No, just, you're not appearing this round. Sorry. And, you know, that's kind of one of the interesting things about a Harmonize here. Is, you know, if you're not going to cast out of it every round, is it worth it? Oh, look at this mana. Pjotri actually did cast a Ritual of Collect. Sorry, I was going a little bit fast there last round. Ritual of Collect, of course, losing 2 life, gaining 3 mana. Very, very strong for this sort of, you know, synced up timing push that I think he's going for. You know, he's looking to attack probably turn 4 or 5. He might attack with his Falcon this turn, considering it's triple enchanted. And, you know, it's kind of interesting to compare Ritual with Mageddon, because you're losing 6 life, but Mageddon's kind of like a 15-ish mana creature, 13 to 15, I'd say. Probably around the 15. So when you think about Ritual costing 2 life for 3 mana, it's about right. You know, where he should be. And there's a Joint Strength getting revealed. I'm guessing we're going to see a Falcon go in and just hit this Firebrand Imp. And we're going to see there's Alliance Savagery. He did both enchantments. I love seeing this play. So it's going to be charge 2, 3 with the melee, 3 with the Razorbeak, 7, and then +1 total. 7 total. Because of that pet. And this should actually just kill this Firebrand Imp. Seven dice versus 6, no armor. It's airing. Lovely. Okay. We're gonna do this really quick. Sorry, I didn't do it earlier. It didn't ruin anything. Looks like 7 dice does get rolled. 10 damage total. Farkas, this Firebrand Imp just gets absolutely demolished by this Razor Beak. Love seeing that. And there's the lash that I was talking about. A great way to deal with any sort of flying creature, really. This is going to be 4 dice, just straight, against 1 armor. Let's see what happens here. It's kind of unfortunate, really, because you really want something to buff it, at least the ring. But rolls really damn well. Gets 3 damage through, about average there. But the 2 burns is really what he's looking for. So, we're going to look at... Hang on a second. Come on. There it is. So 3 damage, 2 burns. We'll see how those burns do. That could theoretically kill it, right? Just barely not? Okay. It's fine. He's only putting 2. The Joint Strength is transferring 1 damage to that Beastmaster, so there's no chance of killing it. Mage Bane does get cast and immediately revealed here. Who is the cursing one here? And let's see. Does he... Yeah, he spends a total 5 because he already used that Enchanter's Ring to reveal the Lion Savagery or the Joint Strength. So, very cool there. And looks like this Mageddon's going to go down to 1 seal token. Farkas going down to 29 life. Pjotri's Beastmaster is going to be at 1 damage out of 34. That Falcon is going to take 4 damage from those burns, being at 6 damage out of 7. Holy cow. Those burns really paying off. And it's... Ugh. That's really frustrating as Farkas, because now the question is, do you commit your lash hit to just kill it, or do you think you can just kind of survive and just let it go? Honestly, it's rolling so much dice. You really just want to kill it, in my opinion. But I guess it's good that it's Farkas's initiative, because he can just use that lash and just get that free hit off, And just to note, Joint Strength is going to deal a damage anyway over. So, it's not like it's a total loss of being like, I have to do a whole full action to get 1 damage. The hope is basically save 7 dice, deal 1 damage to the Beastmaster, and get rid of this menace. Now, of course, the big question is, what is this enchantment? I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of thinking it's Enchantment Transfusion. Kind of thinking that. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like Pjotri is going to start this with 12 mana, 1 in the Battleforge, 1 in Philella, and of course these 2 rings here. And he didn't actually cast a creature last round, so it's interesting that he chose Ring of Beasts. I'm curious to see what he does in the future. I'm guessing he's going to, in this round, plan another Thunderer Falcon. And he kind of has to cast it during the quick cast, right? Because if this, well, it's kind of rough, right? This is probably an Enchantment Transfusion. This enchantment here. I don't want to go scroll over it because it's Pjotri's replay, so it'll reveal it. So during the quick cast, he's probably going to actually cast another creature. And if it is Enchantress Transfusion, that means Farkas is going to melee this guy to death and then transfer those 2 enchantments over here. That's what I'm guessing is about to happen, but let's see what happens here. Filthy Demon comes out of this pentagram. The pentagram was at 4. So, I'm sorry, 5 because he attacked a creature. So Farkas only paid 4. Pretty nice. And it looks like we're going to see a Faith Healer Staff. Love this card out of Pjotri. This is one of those pay 1 mana to heal a creature. It's an insane card when you start thinking about you're spending 1 spell point to get an extra die, and then also getting this sort of really weak heal spell for free during upkeep. It's kind of crazy how good this is. And if you've never tried the Faith Healer Staff, oh my goodness, try it. Like, you'll survive so many games because you're like, oh, I happen to heal 6 dice worth throughout all these games because no one wanted to dissolve this thing. And it looks like first quick cast, Farkas is going to use his quick cast on this. So he does not want this enchantment transfusion to go off. And it is going to be a fire blast. Holy cow. I feel bad for Farkas. That is expensive. You know, I mean, if it gets rid of Lion Savagery, it's kind of worth it. And Joint Strength. Because you're looking at, like, saving all of this on his mana-wise. Rolls 2 dice, barely gets that damage. I don't know why there are cats hissing here. I'm so sorry. Rolled 2 dice. I mean, I don't know why he's re-rolling, but that's fine. He got the kill. Oh, probably because it would have transferred 1 to armor. So yeah, he got it there. Guys, come on. Chill out. Cats are going nuts. I usually close the door, but not today because I don't want the cats to be all alone. Let me try again. I mean, honestly, well, he might get more damage, I guess, but that should kill it. I would just transfer 1 and kill it, but all right. I mean, he's gonna get that damage anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, he wouldn't have. This is at 8. I keep missing that 1 damage. My apologies there. Looks like Gator Toughness does get revealed. That is why they did that. My bad. So life plus 2. That means it's going to be at 10 life. So it's going to deal 1 to the Beastmaster, 2 armor. So that's 2 damage, right? Putting it up at 8. So this Gator Toughness does make it survive. I love this play. Barely living, but those burns might kill it in upkeep, so I hope he planned some sort of enchantment transfusion here. Enchantment transfusion, of course, getting buffed in that you can reveal it when he dies. Pjotri is going to enchant this Thunder Falcon. He really does not want this Thunder Falcon to die. By the way, I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. Farkas is at 0 damage here. He should be at 2, right? The Minor Heal gets played. Oh my god, 5 dice getting rolled. 6 damage getting removed, putting him down to 2. Just completely nullifying that Flame Blast. I did not realize this one Falcon was going to be this focal point for everyone. But that does mean sets his damage up. Interesting. There it is. Yeah, I guess it was that 1. Maybe that Mage Beam got revealed after he cast that other spell. That's fine. It probably did. I guess my memory is just terrible today. And we're going to see the Lash of Hellfire getting used here. There is, of course, 2 armor on this guy now. 2 dice getting rolled. He's got to roll 4 here. Again, this is that one of the early days for this new Octagon module. I think this was causing problems here. 3 dice getting rolled. There's 2 armor. 1 of that going to the Beastmaster. So this is probably going to be 0 damage on it. And a 7 will get you another burn. So 3 burns on this guy. The burns are stacking up. Pjotri's going to move out of the thing and back of the thing. He's going to charge this Afflicted Demon. It looks like it's going to be 7 dice, piercing 1 versus 2 armor. Oh no. Sorry. Beastmaster coming in first. He wants that 8 dice. Is he going to hit the Afflicted Demon too? Yes. So it's gonna be 4 dice or 5 dice because of this Faith Healer staff versus 2 armor. Let's give it a second here, and it's gonna roll 6 damage. Looks like that 2 armor, so 4 total is gonna go through, killing half of this afflicted demon. It's so brutal. Oh man, Farkas just cannot get a break here. Go ahead and just fast forward this. 3 damage added. There we go. Flola's going to move 1, and another enchantment going down to Thunder Rift Falcon. I keep saying enchantment transfusion. I'm going to say it isn't anymore. It's going to be a healing charm, okay? This Thunder Rift Falcon should be at 3. 3, right? No? Okay, well, that's fine. They probably just didn't see it. But it should be at 3. 8 dice going into the mage. From that Falcon, he's getting that +1 from the Beastmaster, by the way, and 12 damage getting rolled. There is leather gloves, but the Lion Savagery giving piercing 1, so 12 damage straight going through to Farkas, and he's only at 29 life, so, I mean, damn. Super brutal here, and honestly, it's not looking good for Farkas. Farkas going up to 13 damage total out of 29. Yikes. Again, there should be another burn here from that, but let's just see how this does. I don't think it's going to matter based on those this board state, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm interested in that he attacked the mage with this high dice here, and didn't just choose to finish off Afflicted Demon. He might not actually care about getting weaks on his Beastmaster. It just might not be that big of a deal. And yeah, they're talking about the issues with the update. Burns before healing staff. Mageddon, final thing getting removed. So Farkas down to 27. 13 damage out of 27 now. But Mageddon is active, so we'll have to wait and see how that works. Looks like the burn is going to deal 2 damage. 1 is going to fall off. There is no other burn getting rolled. Unfortunate. And Faith Healer Staff is going to roll 1, paying for 1 mana here. And no healing off that Iguana Regrowth getting revealed. This is a hyper enchanted Thunder Rift Falcon. Love seeing this. An additional life, putting this Falcon up to 10 or 12 life. And then the regen 1's going to happen as well. So he's going to go down an additional damage. So that's going to be 3 out of 12. Let's just check really quick, just because I'm curious while they plan if that burn should have been applied. 2 dice rolled, 1, 7 on the effect, 4. Okay, so they re-rolled it, and they re-rolled the effect as well. So that's what happened there. That's unfortunate. Automation. Blame it on that, Farkas. That's what I would do. So let's just take a look at this board state really now. Falella doing a really good job of casting an enchantment around, and that reveal every round. We saw the Iguana Regrowth. Notice it got revealed the next round. This Enchanter's Ring, just getting benefits out of benefits. Just insanely good, right? Did he actually do Enchanter's Ring? I should probably make sure he did. Well, you know what? I'm not going to check. That's what he should have done. How about that? Faith Healer Staff, I know it rolled 0, but you got to think a minor heal costs, 1 spellbook point, 5 mana for 5 dice. It's already starting to get that value. He already attacked something. He got that extra die value. He only paid 3 mana for the actual card itself. It's so good so far. Ria Beast didn't get used last round. Kind of unfortunate. And let's see, Pentagram, it is at 3 because there was 1 hit on the Falcon, or 2 hits from the same creature, unfortunately. And so it's just chilling out of 3. Cleansing Potion getting cast. Love this out of Pjotri. The Battleforge casting those cheap, effective, status removal spells. Afflicted Demon's now going to be placing weaks around, and it's just going to get casually removed without even taking an action. Very strong spell, especially for nature mages. Love seeing this, especially out of a Battleforge. I don't see this that much, so major props to Pjotri for that play. And let's see. Let's take a look at a mana here. Farkas at 14 mana. His Mageddon is online. Majority's at 10. We do see an enchantment on Philella. You know, nothing out of this pentagram. That's harsh. And I'm wondering if he's just like, if I bring a Firebrand Imp, it'll just die. And I kind of think that may not be a bad thing. Or he's planning some sort of fireball play with something else. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It is action phases. Both mages have chosen to not do their quick cast. We're waiting on Pjotri here to do something. Yep, Falcon's going to go ahead and attack the Adramelech Warlock again. So much dice. It's going to be 8 dice. Getting 9. 9 damage. It's just rolling so well. Holy cow. And that's going to put him up to 22 damage out of 27. Harsh. It sucks so much. Ugh. Just 5 damage away. I mean, this Beastmaster could just win right here with a solid Faith Healer Staff 5 dice hit. John Ward's going to spend the mana. Drain life. On what? Thunder Falcon. Okay. He's rolling 2 dice. He needs to roll 5. And he gets 5. Okay. I mean, that's value right there. It doesn't kill the Falcon. Falcon is at 12 right now. But I mean, it heals him 5. Farkas' mage. So now he's 10 away from death. Not bad. We're going to see a lash hit. This could actually finish it off. It needs to deal max damage. It does roll max damage. And that's going to put a mana on this pentagram. And, oh, I'm sorry, he's at 2 armor. Oof. Harsh. One of that damage is going to get transferred over to Pjotri. So the Beastmaster is going to be at 4 damage, and it barely lives. 11. So unfortunate. And of course, it only has 1 burn, and Pjotri can choose to regenerate first and then roll burn. So, you know, it could die if it rolled 2 on the burn. And this Philella is a mean Philella. We're going to see another enchantment go down onto Farkas' mage here, who's, by the way, at 18 out of 27 because of that life that was damage from Mage Bane. Drain life, Mage Bane damage, 18 out of 27. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we see a Guarding Afflicted Demon. Assuming this Beastmaster is just going to hit the Afflicted Demon. He's trying not to die this round. Are we going to see a Guarding Mageddon? That's so unfortunate. And does the Beastmaster have an attack spell? He's got 9 mana. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like we're going to see a quick cast out of Pjotri. We're going to see a Bear Strength go down, going up to 7 dice with this hit against the Afflicted Demon. Should kill it. Getting 6 critical. Does take out that Afflicted Demon. There is no counter to that. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. Like, you know, his mage probably would have died or basically taken 6 damage, 7 damage there. So, you know, I wouldn't kill him, but he'd be at 2 damage. He was probably going to die, that Afflicted Demon, that round anyway, so... Yeah, I mean, they're saying it's good dice, and honestly, like, it is good dice, but most of these plays, yeah, he'll probably will die. Mageddon, dealing 4 damage to that Beastmaster, putting him at 8 damage out of 34. Not even guarding. Faith Healer Staff is going to try and heal this Thunder Falcon. Nothing. The regenerate is going to happen before the burn. That's unfortunate. 2 blanks out of your Faith Healer Staff. The burn does 0. Oh, no. I mean, Farkas is getting unlucky with these rolls. With these burn rolls and stuff. That is super unfortunate. And I mean, you know, he's looking at 18 out of 27. And he's got the souped up Falcon. He pretty much has to Flame Blast. Or he's just going to take like a ton of damage to the face. And even if he does, like, I guess he'll have to guard with Mageddon. This is so rough. Oh, I guess we get an attack so we can get the extra mana on Pentagram. I kind of like that play actually. 5 mana on this Pentagram. 1 on the Battleforge. 1 on Philella. The Bear Strength. I mean, the Bear Strength Beastmaster or the Thunder Falcon. One of those is probably going to kill Farkas this round. Farkas is really gonna have to figure out how to escape that because I mean this Thunder Falcon is fast, so even if he teleports out or something like that, like it's just you're not really gonna be able to escape. I guess he could teleport and then like run to, but you know at some point in time you're kind of delaying the game for no reason. Um, I mean I guess you could see another drain life out of Farkas. That would buy some time. You could also siphon life the Thunder Rift because that rolls 3 dice for 8 mana, I think, and it probably would kill it, and then you'd heal some, and then guard with them again. Hmm. That might be your best shot out of this as Farkas. So that means as quick cast, you probably want to do that enchantment transfuse, or at the very least another creature, just so you could save join strength. But I mean, let's be honest here. Like Pjotri probably just has a boulder or something, and probably just wants to secure it. Either way. Although I guess a boulder wouldn't kill him. Hmm. Let's go ahead and skip through this. Okay, we're gonna see a Dark Pact Slayer coming out. This pentagram, and that's gonna put Farkas down to 4 mana. Probably no siphon then or drain. Harsh. And you know, I mean, honestly, this game might be over before Dark Pact Slayer could do anything. I guess you could have a what is that novice one that puts them on guard for their level or something. And out of this Battleforge, I was talking about this earlier, the Gauntlets of Strength. Yeah, typically lots of low mana spells here. I love this Battleforge play. Not just a bunch of leather. And looks like Farkas is going to play the Fire Stream. Okay, 4 mana. I do like this play, actually. It's going to roll 4 dice. 4 damage. It has 2 armor. One's going to go to the Beastmaster, so it's going to deal 1 damage. Oof. That is harsh. Does not kill it. Doesn't even get a burn. This Falcon. I mean, this really shows off the strength of join strength. That one transfer has saved this Falcon quite a few times. And, you know, it kind of also shows how pet and gator toughness kind of go together really well here. I flipped the table, oh my goodness. Heal spell comes out. Yeah, he wants to just secure this Falcon. Doesn't want to lose those enchantments. 8 mana. Or 9 mana, 8 dice. Gets 11. Okay. Okay, Pjotri. That dice rolling's a little bragging there. Don't you think? You should tone it down. You've been praying to that god a little bit too much. That Akiro god. Fully healed Thunder Rift Falcon. I think it's just GG. I don't think Farkas can. I don't think Farkas can recover from this. I mean, Farkas is even saying this right now. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, he did roll really low on these Faith Healer Staff rolls, so you know, it's even, right? Oh my. 2 times. I think it's over. When you stop talking like this, McGinn's gonna do one final hit. This is purely to be like, screw you, man. 6 damage. Beastmaster goes to 15 out of 34. So funny. That last hit, that was such a just meh. Oh my goodness. Damage from Magebane from the thing. 19 out of 27 for Farkas. And the Falcon's gonna roll 10 damage on 8 dice. Piercing 1, the gloves did nothing. The gloves did nothing. Love this game. And yeah, that's it. I mean, congratulations, Pjotri. This is a so So I do want to point out that this is a group stage match. There's 10 people in a group. So losing a match, not a big deal for Farkas. You're not out of it by any means. And my God, this game was just so brutal when you're on Farkas' side and receiving that. I think we've all been there. Am I right? But let's just go over a post game discussion really quick. Battleforge used really well. Not just thinking, oh, I can only cast armor. Really like looking at how can I support my creatures with this Battleforge? You know, how can I get a little bit of economy? Although the Ring of Beast probably not that great. You know, Saw Afflicted Demon. Oh, I can have an answer from that. That's not incantations. That's in school for my Beastmaster. Love seeing that. And of course, the Gauntlets of Strength, just really solid. Love it. Philella did really well. Look at all these enchantments. We're on turn 6, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enchantments. Philella just honestly doing a solid job of making that happen. So love this game. I mean, Mageddon unfortunately was just a little bit slow. I wonder if Pentagram and Mageddon don't go well together. There's just Pentagram. It's funny because it feels like a new spell because it's been so unexplored. Because the answer has always just been like, oh, it's Pentagram. Use your incorporeal answer and just kill it. Like that's just how it used to be. And nowadays it's like, looking at certain creature matchups, it's like, do these actually work together? So anyway, GG, Pjotri, congrats, Farkas. Always good seeing your games. And hoping to see you in the next game.